Hey everybody, welcome to the month of May, Aries. I am Trudy, we're doing this backwards.
And I'm Ava.
And welcome to Virtual Tarot.
And this is your forecast for the month of May. The month of flowers and of life blooming everywhere.
The month of the Empress.
The month of the Empress.
Which card, is why I'm wearing this.
She wears, I find them itchy.
She wore them for the first few songs.
Yeah, but they're beautiful. Beautiful.
So, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Empress during the reading. And so, we thought we'd move right into it for you because you guys are super into getting your reading. We know that. You guys are a fire sign, so you don't want to mess around.
Yes, you don't like any dilly-dallying,
yeah,
shall we say.
So we're going to
dilly-dallying.
Not today. So
no.
Let's do it. Let's talk about the 4-card spread. That's what we do here at Virtual Tarot. We do a 4-card spread every month. First card represents
the environment
of the month
of May.
Second card represents
the challenge for the month of May,
or things that might trip you up. The next card is our favorite card, which is
the unexpected.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Our motto.
And then the 4th card, you're doing really well, represents,
I've done this before, outcome.
Yes.
The outcome of the month of May.
Yes.
So let's do a little recap.
Let's do a little recap for Aries for the month of April. And we're in the month of April. Actually, we are reading Easter morning.
Oh yes. So
while you guys are out there hippity-hopping and going to brunch.
Doing your bunny things.
Yes, because you know they're out there doing stuff.
Doing bunny things, yes.
Here we
bunny
are.
Rabbit things. We are 2 bunny rabbits in the cage.
Yes.
In the tarot cage.
Do you see how dedicated we are working on Easter?
Dedicated we are.
Working on Easter.
We are 2 hard-working tarot card readers.
That's right.
So
there you go. Okay, so last month's recap. In the very first position, what did you have? This is going on now. We are in the month of April. We're actually in the beginning of April. So the 10 of Swords came up. And this is the card that when it comes up, we go,
it doesn't look good.
No.
But that doesn't mean it isn't good.
Yes. So it really is, if you see the card. Yeah. Something's over.
Something's over.
It's a 10.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah.
And all that agony, you've had it.
Yes.
You call it quits on something.
Yeah.
And then in the second position, we had the 10 of Cups.
10 of Cups, 2 10s. So the 10 of Cups is a great card. We said it was like the happy end ever after, the happy ending, the rainbow with the family, the beautiful home, like the Remax commercial. I think we actually played a Remax commercial.
Okay, yeah.
So that's sort of what it is, and that was in the position of challenge.
To end something and to create a solid community of like-minded individuals supporting one another, and to keep a solid emotional, material base underneath you.
Right. And then in the third position, which is our favorite, the unexpected, we had the 7 of Wands in the upright. So that is such an Aries card. Don't tell me what to do. I'm on the defense.
Yeah.
And so you're basically just gonna make sure you stand at the top of that hill and you ward off anyone who may try to take your position.
So a sudden conflict, perhaps, of some sort.
Yeah.
Or just a sudden need for you to defend something.
Yes. And then in the last position we had the Moon.
Yeah.
Not a very Aries card, actually. This is a card of the sleeper, the dreamer, the psychic. This is a reflection card because the only light on the moon is that which is reflected by the sun. So deep inner, maybe late night soul searching even.
Yes.
Some of that going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's it.
I think that's it. So
let's see, Aries. And God's moving the furniture. Did you hear that?
Yes. We have little elves moving things around
Yes.
in our little studio.
Yes, we do.
And we appreciate that. And they're coming in to the room
Yes.
as we speak.
All right, so let's see what's going on for Aries first
Yes, the
and
light.
foremost.
Go ahead.
So first and foremost, bless the cards.
Press the cards.
Bless your digital devices.
Come.
Bless
Part of your job description.
desktop computer. Bless your cubicle.
Yes, bless all of your mobile devices out there as well.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So let's cut just one more time, just to make absolutely sure about the spontaneity.
Our little Aries out there, and we have an Aries cameraman.
We do have an Aries cameraman, do we not? So let's see.
You just saw him. Okay, and in the first position for you, Aries, for the month of May, up comes the 5 of Cups, or as Ava and I have often called this card, the crying over spilled milk card. It can be just that mundane.
Right.
Or it can be more serious. It can actually speak to grieving a loss. So this could be a very deep loss, or it could mean that you just need to refocus on, although you have lost 3 cups, as you can see, you have 2 behind you. So there is more to be offered if you change your position or maybe open your eyes.
Yes, so that really spiritually, and it's a very spiritual card because there's a lot of sadness. And whenever we have sadness in our life over anything, it's a opportunity for growth. And when we feel that a situation that we're in has disappointed us in some way, feeling loss of some sort, it's not to say that you shouldn't be sad, but that sadness ought not to blind you to what you still have. Because what you still have is, again, fulfilling. There are things in your circumstance that are still valuable on an emotional level. You feel good about it, but you're temporarily distracted by that area that has disappointed you in some way.
This is quite the follow-up to last month and that 10 of Swords, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is the response to the 10.
Right.
And so it's over that which was harming you psychically.
Right.
However, you're grieving at the
However,
open.
you're grieving because, of course, even those situations that don't completely fulfill our every need, maybe they even work against us in some ways. We nonetheless, this is a part of our life that we may have grown attached to.
Right.
And so we grieve that loss, so there's a sort of emptiness.
Right. And the crying is extremely therapeutic.
Oh, yes, yes.
Because, you know, that they used to actually hire grievers at funerals.
Because people couldn't grieve?
Well, because grieving was so therapeutic that they were actually professional grievers. So the more grieving going on, the quicker the healing process could ensue.
Yes, I'm sure they have.
So it was like this grief energy happening at funerals.
Interesting.
And also Tammuz.
Oh, yes.
The god Tammuz, goddess, I should say.
Goddess, yeah.
They would, they think that there was a statue. Now this was in Sumeria, right? A statue where the priest would actually light coals and create this effect of crying in the statue.
Right.
So, and then those around the statue would cry along with the statue. Right. And that was actually at this time of year.
And grief is contagious.
Yes, it is.
Really, because if you walk into a room where people are local superstitions
Right, yeah.
into the religion itself.
Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Yes, yes. So it's not...
Suddenly Mary starts to look like she's perhaps South American, Native American.
But this is natural. People want to incorporate
Yeah.
the ideas that they feel comfortable with,
Right.
their cultural tradition, into the new one.
Exactly.
And this goes on in the world all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are certain religions that refuse to admit their pagan origins.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with pagan origins,
Right.
because they sometimes had a better understanding of nature and our relationship to her.
Well, when we say that, actually, it wasn't as if they were pagan, dirty, running around.
Yes, it has a
Burlap.
derogatory.
Cloaks and stuff. Actually, they were probably more educated, or they were, let's just say it,
Yes.
more educated than the early Christian church. This was the educated class, which was decimated in Alexandria.
Right, that's why they burned the library.
That's where all the wisdom was.
Right. So it's a natural course of history. So I
That's-
don't know how in the world we relate
Tammuz.
that. Oh, thank you.
Because grief is very therapeutic. And let's
Yes.
get back to the Five of Cups.
That's right.
So allow yourself to cry,
Over something that you
have lost. Grieve.
Even if it's a minor thing, sometimes it causes there are degrees of grief.
Yes, and I believe that if you do not cry,
Oh, yes.
it becomes, you have
Well, your
to
poor body.
bottle that stress up.
Right.
And it'll come out your ears, the tears.
Whatever your Achilles heel happens to be.
Right.
Physically.
Okay, so let's move on. It's a month of crying. That's great. Okay,
it
in
is.
the position of
How much
challenge.
sense does this make?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We have the Eight of Swords. So, boy, yeah, on the heels of last month, we've got another sword card, and this is the, Stockholm Syndrome card, which means you are identifying with your captors. You can leave at any time. However, you are a prisoner of some type of negative thinking that has been planted within your mind by others, okay? So if you see the card, you can see that this woman is bound, blindfolded.
And encircled by the swords.
But in front of her, there are none,
Yes.
because there are only 8 of them.
So, in other words, the escape route is right in front of her.
Yeah, it's wide open, that hatch.
And it has to do with your mental state.
Right, because swords are
mind.
of the intellect.
So what it's saying is that all you have to do is realize that you are not the slave or the victim of these ideas. that
Because
you've
we have the
constructed.
10, which was the victim card.
Right, you're not a victim.
Yes.
So this is your challenge, is to realize that it's all self-inflicted. That
Exactly.
we need often just to understand that the bars of this prison are bars that you've created psychologically and mentally. These are ideas. It happens to every single person. When something negative occurs in their life, there's almost like a replay of the emotions, of the ideas that eventually become so pernicious, so real, that they present a total barrier between you and freedom, psychological mental freedom.
So it's almost as if you need to be reprogrammed. You know how you'll
Yes.
reprogram your computer? Or maybe you'll install a new operating system.
Or a deprogrammer of some
Yes,
sort. How they have to
a
find-
deprogrammer.
you
Yeah,
need
you
a
may have some malware in your brain.
Yes, and that's what people who join cults afterwards, they're deprogrammed. And we fall into cults, not just religious cults, but a cult of thinking.
And usually they're within our families.
Yes.
Our family is a cult.
Our family is a cult.
Our relationships
because
are cults.
you go into a home and you see all the cult members saying and thinking the same way.
Exactly. And there's usually a cult leader.
There's a cult leader. And there's all kinds of aggressiveness in this cult. You know, and
there are acolytes in the cult
that's
usually.
Right. And you're as an observer of the cult, you realize, well, why are these people so upset over nothing?
Right, exactly.
Why are they going on and on about absolutely nothing?
Why are they behaving in a certain way, which makes no sense to the outside observer?
Because to the outside observer, that's not reality.
That's not part of their reality, right?
You're creating your own reality.
Yes,
and
you
it's
are.
not a good one. And so
no, it's not a good one.
It's not a good one, and you have to undo the knot.
The malware.
The malware.
That's, you know, if you try to torrent stuff illegally, you'll get malware. So don't torrent, but you can take care of that problem.
Yes.
There are all kinds of things that you can do to deprogram.
To deprogram.
Yes.
So you have to deprogram.
Yes, you do. And that may mean a lot of different things to you.
Right.
But take away from that what you will.
Yes. Whatever deprogrammer you find.
Yes. So we're going to move on. We could even be the deprogrammer. Or you know.
We're deprogrammers.
Yeah, we could be.
We're professional deprogrammers.
Sweeping out the debris from your brain.
Oh my.
So, you guys are doing a lot of grieving, okay? I was going to say a lot of work, but I decided to take that back because...
It's mental activity. There's a lot of mental activity.
So we have the 9, right?
Right. And
it's the 9 of Swords. And this is the up all night, losing sleep, pacing the floor, worrying about what could happen that probably never will happen because you're basing those fears upon things that have happened in the past, or maybe it could even be suggestions that have been given to you or programmed within your brain, right? Like, you can't do this.
It's a repeat of the card before. Really.
You shouldn't do that. If you do this, that'll happen. So you're coming up with all these scenarios in the middle of the night that probably will never occur.
Right. And you're erecting a mental structure of some sort that is not friendly to you. So you're sort of the recipient of these arrows, sharp critical arrows pointed at you. You're attacking yourself, and it seems to me that that's gotten you to the state of true agitation.
Yeah, there's a lot of agitation.
There's mental disturbance
that goes along with that card.
So it's just trying to meet your challenge.
Right.
Having a certain incident that might bring it back in some way. Refresh it in your psyche. Something that will irritate you.
Yes.
You know, that will refresh that whole scenario.
Right. Well, and also this card speaks to the Sword of Damocles, which we talk to sometimes, because if you want to be like grandiose about what you're doing, and then you're going to add all this other sort of negative stuff. Yeah. You may present yourself to the world as fairly grandiose, but in the middle of the night, you're worried about
so many things.
So many things, yeah.
It could be anything, and
somebody may find out I'm not. Someone might knock me off my pedestal.
Right. Or this may happen, that may happen.
Yeah.
And you're worried about all the scenarios. But you see, what's so good about the card is that really none of those swords actually are touching her.
Yeah. Never fall.
So you never really actually experience the outcome that you're anticipating. And it's all for naught.
It's just fear.
It's just fear.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I've got to see.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that makes sense too.
Yes, it does.
So at the end we have the Six of Cups. And I love this card. It is the nostalgia card. It is the longing for that which is comfortable within relationship. It's the
longing for the past.
Yes, it is. Also, it's a reconnection with those who you have known for a very long time.
Old friends.
Yes, and sometimes we even say it's the Facebook card because that's where people keep up with people, where you might reconnect with somebody in that way. But this whole reading feels very familial to me.
Right, familial.
Because
yes.
we have, of the family, because we've got this card, which is very much sentimentality, longing for childhood is another, not moving past childhood. Childish gestures being made to you.
But such a sweet ending.
It is a sweet ending, but then you go back to this.
Yes, but
This
still,
5.
Still, I feel the sadness on almost on the entire
Reading,
and
yes.
this
Fear,
heaviness,
yes.
right? And at the end, there's this lightness, and it's sort of a retreat into a more idyllic relationship, into an idyllic world where there's still that innocence. Someplace,
right? Yeah, there you go.
You feel
within this situation.
Within this situation, you sort of create a sanctuary of some sort
where you can be an innocent child,
where innocence and love prevail. And it could simply be the sharing of that, of your heart needs.
Yes, it could be. Well, and you see these two. I mean, this card, the Six of Pentacles at the very end, could support
Six of Cups.
Or Cups. I'm sorry, the Six of Cups, which is of the heart. So
right,
that's
and
a
we
big
have the
mistake.
Five of Cups, Six of Cups.
Which could you know this could be the support that these two cups that which are behind.
Yes, that's brilliant.
This gentleman.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we might be able to come back to that.
Relationship, if it's relationship, there are relationships that you have that you can use as your sanctuary, that give you solace.
And that actually help you move through all of this.
And help you to move through it all.
So
because at the end you sort of come out, you see the flowers blooming in the cups. The heart blooms.
Right, and it is a relationship from your past that is comfortable, secure, predictable.
Or you meet someone who makes, you sometimes meet people whom you feel you've known all your life. And you have an immediate at easeness with them.
Yes.
Like you're with your brother or your sister.
Right.
Even if it's a romantic relationship.
Yeah, and it could be romantic, but it could also be just a friendship that's rekindled.
Yes.
And where you're suddenly, thrown together and you're able to begin, sort of cohabitation kind of thing, looks like. But it's from the past.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Wow, you guys, okay, so don't worry about anything.
Yes,
right?
it's
because
not
it's
necessary.
all illusory.
So
all this fear.
Again, this forewarned is forearmed.
Right.
So if you find yourself in getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and pacing, wondering what's going to happen.
Just remember Ava and Trudy said,
go back to bed.
And
sleep like a baby.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Worry never actually cures anything.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's when you can return your soul, your mind, your heart to a place of love, at easeness, peace. From there, all the problems are solved.
I got an idea for you guys. Our Aries folk, our gals, our goddesses. we are this month giving away a guided meditation, okay? So look below for the link. Narrated by Ava. So if you wake, which you will in the middle of the night, listen to that on your smartphone or your iPad, which is what I do. I listen to Ava's guided meditations and then I fall back asleep.
Yes, it's supposed to soothe.
Yes.
The weary soul.
It's like a little sleeping pill.
Yes.
Without the side effects. So click the link below.
We should be in our lab coats.
I know.
They sell all that stuff in their lab coats.
I know, right? Next month we should wear stethoscopes, right? And stuff. That'd be funny.
Yeah, we're the spiritual
doctors.
Spiritual doctors. Thank you.
So yeah, check that out because I think you guys could benefit from that.
Absolutely.
And this is the first month we've ever done it. It's like a brand spanking new guided meditation.
Yeah.
And then also, if you would like higher spiritual counsel on this 4-card spread, which I would, for sure.
I'll have a lot of Aries listening this month.
Yes.
Yes, for your spiritual counsel card.
Please click the link below and you get all 12 for less than a cup of Starbucks coffee. That is if you get a specialty drink. And then also we have private and personal readings.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
And those are extremely personal. That is, they're meant for you alone. You share with me or Trudy a question, up to three questions that concerning some area of your life. You can choose the reading appropriate for that. And then we present those questions to Spirit, and through the tarot card spread, the answer magically appears. And then we make an audio file of that answer and send it to you immediately. So there you go.
And if you have more questions about readings, please check our channel because we have a playlist where Ava and I just kind of expand on every question you might ever have about ordering a reading. And then the very last thing is we're having a contest, and that will mean that somebody out there will win a free Deep Meaning Love reading. So here's what you need to do. And we only want people, goddesses, bundle keepers who have already had a personal and private reading with Ava or myself to participate.
Yes.
This time, next time we're going to do a different contest. But what we would like for you to do for us is to please shoot a very quick testimonial of the effect of the reading or your take on the reading, and send it to us at avaandtrudy@yahoo.com. We're going to draw somebody's name out of a hat, and I think the potential to win is probably going to be fairly good.
You should film that when we draw it out.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So you'll get a free Deep Meaning Love reading, and it should only take you 5 minutes at max to do this.
Just do it spontaneously.
Yeah, and make it 60 seconds.
Yes.
Make it 2 minutes. Just make it small so you can upload it to our website. And I think that's just about it. So thank you so much for joining us, Aries.
Thank you, Aries.
Yay, we love you. Go out and have fun, because that's what you do. And happy Easter.
Don't worry.
Bye. I'm loving this whole Empress thing.
Hold back and